Nice flop! Okay, against small blind who's likely a recreational, just gonna bet big here because I think he's gonna be pretty inelastic. He's gonna have a lot of draws, pair plus draws, trade draws, flash draws, so on and so forth that are gonna call anyway. I think this person is a recreational, not sure though. Sometimes I'm taking notes too quickly here. And a 3-bet a decent amount. Range bet, pretty easy lemon squeezy, facing a 4-bet, just folding. Now he goes for a big raise. First of all, like previously, I think these are gonna be pretty underbluffed, and we just have a gut shot. No backdoor or anything, so just gonna fold. Ah! The 9. Yeah, these guys are recreational, but Queen Jack is performing really bad. Although, can I fold against this size or not? I think I still can, considering he's in position. And I have some notes on him that he has a lot of flatting range. It's just like offsuit pretty dominated, so yeah. Let me know if you think I'm a big nit. Am I back online? Range, but these and here on the turn, yeah, I don't like to keep barreling on this texture. Here I guess these guys might be a recreational based on his sizes. Now he goes big on this texture. Don't think he has enough bluffs. Do I want to value bet here? I don't think so. I'm a bit rusty, to be honest, so if I talk bullshit, let me know. No, I didn't want to fold, I wanted to raise. Yeah, they kind of tend to donk way too much in those spots and just fold to raises, and yeah, they don't really donk trips though, and they often go for a check raise or some kind of weird slow plays. So yeah, I think raising donks there is actually printing win rate. Here against the recreational, just gonna check. Now we have a gut shot in a limp pot, so gonna start betting. Hello Stefan, what's up? Yeah, here on the river I don't think we need to bluff this one. Facing this big of a bet, just gonna fold. Nice! Gonna take a note on this Vin 7. He's the big fish, seems like. Limp often. Could go either way here. I like betting because I'm hitting the sets on the turn all the time. Nah, it's just because I'm still ahead on a bunch of hands. There's a lot of worse hands that can call, and Also, if he folds something like ace 9 of clubs, that's quite a big win for us. Dr. Mengele here. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's a fish or a rag. Come on, yes, palm, double. Come on, shove the nut, flash, shove the nut, flash. Slow, play the nut, flash, slow, play the nut, flash. Bam! Give me everything you got, everything you got, everything you got. You're gonna bet a bit bigger. He's obviously like playing 100% of his range or something. No, don't fold. Deuces, do we open this time? No. Aces, do we open this time? I guess. Here, queen 5 gonna raise at some low frequency and we roll 18. Once he calls and we don't really get anything on the turn, I'm just gonna tank, check back, and maybe bluff the river. Yeah, I'm not gonna bluff river this one. Should I call here against half pot? Yeah, I know he's gonna call all the bullshit. Guess he has a bunch of under pairs still. I don't think he's gonna value bet ace high, so loser! Little loser, la 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 la. I'm playing 100 NL now because, well, I haven't played online in a while, haven't streamed in even longer, so yeah, trying to get my hands dirty again, and also I've been losing a lot playing live recently, so yeah, trying to make it a bit more variance free, at least for these first sessions. I wanted to take a note on bluff 13. What did he do? Small check raise versus 2 barrel on flash turn, X fold paired river. And this Vin5 seems straightforward. Post doesn't bluff much. Question mark, because we aren't sure. Did I have aces again and everybody folded? Hi, mission passed. Bună, Cornel. Vorbesc și română dacă trebuie. Dacă întreabă cineva ceva, dar da, engleză e un pic mai accesibil. Now you hear the washing machine, it says it's over. Is it over? I like that song more than this one. Are you alone on Twitch? I don't know, can't you see? No, it seems like there's 2 more people with you. What? Snap call? What? What the fuck? If this is a rag, he's a bad one. I'll probably fish. Cameleonul, cameleonul. Bună! I guess I'm gonna call these threes just because I'm not sure he's a rag. Okay. Yeah, if you guys were here at that king queen hand where I called down, I think Yes, it is a good bluff catcher, and yes, there's not a lot of value, but I think without breeds you can just default to not really having bluff catchers in that scenario. Thanks, Cameleono. Here, three ways, I'm not gonna have any C-bets unless I know there's some kind of like really big passive stationing whale. That's quite a big bet with someone in the pot, but I think my hand still does a bit better as a check raise. It's not like he has a lot of straights or anything here, can have sets, but I have those too. Should I call this one against two big blinds? I guess. With so many people in the pot, especially if some of them are recreationals, for sure. I'm playing 5 tables now, 5 mese. Când nu fac stream joc mai multe, da. Câtă putere de concentrare să am și eu. Sound of washing machine remember me about the old phones. Yeah, it's kinda similar now that you mention it. I value bet this one. With 3 ways maybe, but 4 ways it gets a bit trickier. I win, give me all the money, give me all the money, 'cause I win. Yeah, I'm gonna actually play 6 tables, gonna open a new one. I know you don't see them all, but if there's any good action or an interesting hand on some of it, I'll just change one with the other. I wanna just listen to some copyrighted music. Krakagena, give me all the money. Should I ISO this? I think so. Actually, I shouldn't, but if he's bad enough, I should. And I don't know, so maybe I shouldn't. I'm just gonna bet small here. He's probably gonna have a very wide range that's not connecting that well with such a dry board. Oh, nice river. N-a dat putere. Tu nu erai la mare. Ce faci aici? Half bot. He seems to go much bigger with his stronger value. Is this strong enough to raise? Maybe to something like this. Ah! Da, m-am săturat să pierd bani. Tired of losing money. Tables seem decent though, maybe except for this one. Let's see if I can replace it with something. How is family? Far apart. Yeah, everything's good except for poker. Life is really good recently. But there's more to life than money, isn't it? Do I have a delay on? I guess I should have a delay on, right? What about you, Jose? Are you still in living in Ecuador or Venezuela? Which one? Yeah, I'm not sure this Canon has some weird sizes pre-flop and post-flop, but that doesn't make him recreational, so I'm not sure. Thanks for stopping by, Ben. Bye. Thanks. Hopefully we do run good. I feel like I'm gonna make like 7 binds in this session. Every time I see this and I have clubs, I'm just like, oh, I flopped a flush, and then I realize it's just the rabbit shit again. %, 4-bet. Nope. Run 89. Do I play live game? How is it? Yeah, I do play live on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and it's nice. It's really fun. What do you mean, how is it? If you ask me something a bit more specific, I might answer, oh, I flopped a flush. How is it from what point of view? I guess against this size I'll just call always and turn a straight. We turn a straight, right? We turn a straight and it's not gonna be a flash as well. Nines is gonna be like 35% 4-bet, 25% call, and then fold. We roll 77. Here with 6-7. We don't really want to bet super high equity hands here and hands that hate life if they're getting check raised, but I guess with this one we don't really have that much equity anyway. So just gonna go for a bluff. Especially on a texture like this with like flushes, straights. We hit the 10, we might sometimes be dominated as well, so it's a bit like whatever. And now on the river, do we bluff this once he calls such a big bet on the turn? Guess some hands get there. Like what? Yeah, like 5-6 gets there, we block that. We unblock the 10s, queens, jacks, which he might still have on the turn, so just gonna go for it. Lovely seeing a check raise here, not gonna have a lot of 3 bets. Oh my god, you little station. And now I'm playing with ticket money, so I cannot reload. So fucking annoying. Double check raise, okay. Does he have any bluffs here? I don't know, I'm just gonna call and call the river as well. Shove the river in this case. $10-7, I think it's a very low frequency 3-bet. Still Ecuador, planning to move anywhere? Still playing poker? Hi Todd, what's up? Winning money, losing money, winning money, losing money. Hopefully by the end of it, I'm gonna say winning money. And yeah, other than that, all good. What about you? Okay, we got an open-ender here. Gonna start bluffing for a bit of a smaller size and maybe overbetting river. That keeps his range a bit wider. We also have some equity. I don't think he's gonna check back a flush very often. But yeah, we don't need to make it too big anyway. Squeezing tens, pretty standard. Okay, this one I mean, with tens. That's kind of a big squeeze in a position when people don't really squeeze all that often. And I roll 99, so I can just fold, I don't mind. Aces. Here against 3/4, I think we can just fold flop without the backdoor flush draw. My aces are gone again. And the fishes are gone again. Just gonna close this one and look for a different table. Oh my god, this rack here is so rich. Facing a 3-bet with 9s in this position is pretty easy call. Here with 3s we face a small c-bet. I don't think we get to check raise this very often, maybe 10% or so, mostly calling. Very easy continue here with 9s. Thinking if shoving makes any sense here, because the SPR now gets pretty low, and I think it's very easy to overbluff this texture with hands that have equity, so I wouldn't mind denying those. Yeah, I think I'm gonna shove like 60%, roll 45. Facing an overbet, I think deuces can just be a fold. Nice! What stakes you playing nowadays? Oh, Six is very straightforward open. Here, without any kind of equity, I'm just gonna go for a bluff on the river, especially because the ace is not a great card for us. We have a pair, so yeah, I'm not gonna bluff. Good to know he's just taking that no showdown value hand to showdown that easily is probably gonna be pretty under bluffing if that's the case. Here with 8-9 we roll 73, so just gonna fold. If there is a recreational in the blinds, particularly in the big blind, I think I would just call 100%, because this hand is basically indifferent, 3-betting versus calling versus folding. When it gives you the opportunity to play against the recreational, then obviously the EV is going to get higher. I need to mark that hand with 9s. I wonder if it's good. I think it's not, like, I think it's a much better play if you don't have both the heart and the spade. But yes, I'm gonna check it with the solver afterwards. Here we face I open, right? And we face a donk, or don't really know what happened here. I open and he donks, or does he open and double barrels? Still, I block some value. I unblock some bluffs, although I also block some bluffs. I'm just gonna fold. I have no idea what's going on. Okay, gonna sit out for a little bit, get some water, get myself together, figure out what's going on and what I'm actually playing here. And I'm gonna get back to all of you. Si tú no estás, me desespero. Vamos a tener mucho dinero. Okay, we flop a flash draw here against Mr. Pompey. I think I'm just gonna bet here because he seems very passive, so going for check raise, it's not the greatest option if he's not gonna bluff. And also there's a lot of better hands that might just fold. We have added equity when they both call and the turn is a queen. Yes, it's better for me, but I don't really want to start trying to make recreational full houses. Yeah, I think this just blocks too many folds and it's not great three ways, so... Okay, it seems like he's also very stationy. Be right back. Guess who's back? Back again. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? What are you saying, Ain? Don't spam emoticons too much. What's happening with my music? Yes, continue watching. Drinking water like a lady. I'm gonna get a glass special for the stream. How did this Pompey guy got double up? Always useful to get reads on fish. He's calling 7 big blinds pre-flop. With that hand. He flops a full house. Wow, that Krakajena, that's like, I think that's a fish too. You didn't see the hand, guys. Look at this. So, wait, from pre-flop. He's opening 7 big blinds, good for him. Probably figured out this guy's a huge station. Call. Flops a full house. Overbets 2x with ace king, raise. Shove, call, of course, he fucking flopped a full house. I'm gonna write this with red. Yeah, I took that note on this Krakajena guy, but I'm not sure how relevant it is because obviously he's gonna play much different versus regulars than he does versus fish. My lazy monotone board strategy just gonna go 1 big blind range on most of them. See, it works. I think they massively overfolded under check raise. Here we just call a limp, KFO, very likely a fish if he's limping. Here with jacks, run quite low, so we're gonna go for a 3-bet. Just gonna go check raise here. Doesn't play great as a check call, and his range is just gonna be way too wide. 4-bet pot, queen, high. With the flash draw and so connected, I think we might not wanna range bet this one, and we roll high and we don't have a diamond. Just gonna check. I think we probably wanna range delay here. Yeah, I'm not sure about that turn though. Here on this board, just gonna 2x spot or check, and this hand is not going into the 2x spot. 3.5 ISO, king 3, whale, stationary reg. Close. Let's go. I think it's very, very close. Here with 8, 5, 3, 4, 4, I think I'm gonna raise it sometimes. Do I have to call this? I don't think I do against 40% on a flash draw board, but against 25 I think it's a continue. But yes, I'm gonna mark that one too. Here when he squeezes against such a big whale, I'm gonna go for pretty mean 4-bet. Ah! I forgot how stationary he is. Of course you're shoving on and I forgot. Why do I forget how stationary he is? Ace! No, and he stacked the whale. Come on, reload. 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 How? When did he lose his other money though? Where do I take my player notes? In a document in Google Drive. It's annoying you can't take notes here. What happened in this one? He just calls down? Yeah, it's very bad 4-bets against this guy who doesn't fold anything pre-flop. Come on, please reload. No, and now I have aces and he's not at the table. Ah! Three-bet miss mergy box. Oh, aces again. 8 here, I roll 51. Gonna go for a call. Here, 2x pot or check. Although I'm not sure he's a reg. Facing this size here, I'm just gonna call this time, although I could also check raise. And here, against this size, probably just gonna fold, maybe check raise sometimes. Four, 5 now gets there. He still has 10x. Still has some flush draws, pair plus draws, so just gonna go for a check raise at this point. Here with queens, I roll high, so just gonna call. He's gonna have some straights and 2 pairs, but also a bunch of 10x. And it's likely he's a recreational, so I'm gonna shove. Here with queens, he checks the turn. I wonder if this is strong enough to shove or not. My range is not gonna be perceived as having a lot of bluffs here though. Pussy. Now my stack is not reloading because I'm playing with thickets. Here, 8-6-4. Gonna have decent amount of checks, but this hand is probably one of the best bets we can have. Here against the fish, I think they're kind of elastic, so I'm not gonna go for an overbet, just keeping it to 3/4. I think I have some notes on this mic. Insane station, fish, okay. Good enough for me to make up my mind. Oh, oh, ah. King 7 here, gonna 3-bet it sometimes, but I roll low. Snap call on the flop, and we know he's an insane station, so gonna go for it. Snap call, I don't think he's folding anything at this point. Here, I will bluff some hands with no equity, but not king high. I knew it, Mikey Mike. Here on the river again, it's not like the greatest board for us or anything, so I don't think I have to bluff king high. We have a lot of better hands to bluff with. One of the sexiest poker players in the world. Thank you. That's still a good title. Wish I was the best poker player in the world, but not working enough to get there. I'm gonna try to replace this middle table with something. The one big blind lazy range bet. That's weird music playing. Is it AI generated? Maybe, I have no idea. It's just copyright free music I'm playing on YouTube because I'm not allowed to play not copyrighted music. Someone reloaded, la 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 la. And he's ISOing 2 big blinds against someone who's just calling absolutely everything pre-flop. I think that's kind of stupid, so I'm gonna 3-bet. I don't think he ever has anything. That's a bad defend 3 ways. Here against 8.5, I'm gonna 4-bet. I'm not sure what the stupid size is. Here just gonna check because he's very, very passive, and he's gonna call any better ace highs because he's also very stationy, so. Fuck, I forgot I'm short stack, that's why he makes it so low. God! And I 4-bet and then have to fucking fold. Jack 3, gonna 3-bet this quite often. Now I'm 40 big blinds deep though. I think it's a defend. On this board I think a bunch of people bet too often. I have a gut shot, backdoor straight draw, and not. I think raising is quite nice, and we want to use bigger raise sizes on these ace-high textures because we want to be quite polar. He just folds. practicing playing so short. This guy is 3-betting me a lot. Hi Tipsy Poker. That door cash only. Woo! We flop a straight. We roll 45, so I'm gonna start betting. I think we can actually use big bets here. Call here with king queen. Check, and even though yes, we don't want to bet hands that have a lot of equity and get folded off it, this one can just bet call. So easy 3-bet here. Easy value here. Would he have hit? Kind of. Click 4-bet, just folding. My boyfriend doesn't let me work a lot to get there, not blaming him many games other than poker, lol. No, it's not my boyfriend who doesn't let me work, it's summer. There's just so many things to do, so many mountains to climb, so many places to see, so many people to meet. But no, now, like, since I moved to Bucharest, I have actually been not really... I mean, it's not like I haven't been working enough, I just wasn't working efficiently. So even though I put in a lot of hours, I was just like trying to do live content and online content again, and trying to stream, trying to play live, trying to study for live, trying to study for online, trying to like make a routine and make some friends here in Bucharest. There's yeah, it's been quite hectic, but now I finally feel like I'm settled down, even though it took a while. And yeah, gonna start working properly. So that's good news for you, everyone. You're gonna start seeing me streaming way more often. You happy? I too. Here against recreationals, I like, there's like multiple strategies that we can use. On this board, I think I prefer just c-betting hands that have some kind of equity, and then checking back complete trash, going for some delayed c-bets. Of course, not always, but I think that's quite a good strategy to use. Tony G7, fish. Very likely playing against the recreational here, for someone who plays on tickets like me, but based on the sizes and the line, it's just... King Jack here against cutoff. I mean, I think it's gonna be a mix, probably betting quite often with the King of Hearts, let's say 70%. Here goes one big blind, then half pot on the river. I don't think he has an ace very often. Don't think he would use that size with a flush. I don't think he keeps value betting a 10 or a king, so he will have some aces. Okay, so definitely fish. Bjornos, guys, a recreational, but what's his tendencies? I just wrote fish. I think I'm gonna go for some bets myself. Here, I'm gonna 4-bet. This guy is just all over the place with me. Here, gonna go for an overbet. He's all over the place with his 3-betting, just 4-betting everywhere. Come on now! Come on, let's see how cool you are. Now you 4-bet because you don't know anything else. Should I shove here? I don't think so. I'm just gonna bet small because if I... Vamos a tener mucho dinero. Item, that's... Thank you. And what would I hear? Would I hear whatever I wanted to? I think on Twitch now you're also not allowed to play music that's copyrighted, or am I wrong? How many hours a day I will be studying? To be honest, I think just 1 hour per day for now, because I feel like, yeah, as I said, I've been losing quite a lot in live games and other areas of life had quite big expenses, so I feel like now I'm beating these stakes pretty much without having cards, so I think this guy has insane sizing tells, so I'm just gonna shove him. So yeah, I feel like I'm already beating these stakes without studying that much. I'm gonna review my hands and obviously try to improve and stuff, but for now my priority is to rebuild my role and get to play higher. So yeah, I'm not like this is not a point for me where I'm prioritizing studying. Quite the contrary. This guy's 3-betting all the fucking time. And against the range that is so wide, I think this is a bit too good to start to 4-bet it. Easy call on the flop. Here with deuces, I think against cutoff we can check raise sometimes. Check call, not really. I think it's break even. I'm gonna go for value here and shove the river considering the call with queens he made. Here I'm definitely calling only because this guy's in an insane whale. So all I want is to play against him. See, again, sizing down. I think I'm like nuts here pretty much always. Here again, such a small size, gonna go for a check raise. It's quite a good board for me, and hopefully he doesn't have much because he's not folding anything. Playing me live would have been nicer. I hope you mean like in poker. Ace 10 here, I think, can be a value bet sometimes. If we go small, I think even 40. Here, King Jack 3. I think this is some passive kind of rag or something, so just gonna go small range. I think it's fine to go for pot as well. Here we definitely want to start bluffing some ace highs, not all of them though. I think the lower it goes, the more we want to bluff. This one, I think I'm gonna bet it like half the times, let's say. We roll 26. Against 3x, just folding ace deuce off. Folding here. Facing a check raise, just folding. I think this is one of the most underbluffed textures on the planet. He's just 3-betting way too much. Like I cannot call jacks in these conditions anymore. Do I prefer online or live? That's a good question, actually. I wouldn't say either or. It's more like I think they are really nice combined. If I only play online, I feel like at some point it gets tiring. Like I don't really want to do it anymore. Like I want to be around people more and so on and so forth. But if I only play lies. The YouTube chat goes hard. Yeah, I guess so. If I only play live, I feel like my thought process starts being really bad and I feel like I'm not improving and like I really start missing online. I also feel way more comfortable with my game online. And I know, I mean, I'm sure online I'm playing better. Live, there are still some adjustments I need to make and some stuff I'm not that familiar with. Of course, playing deep, playing like watching tells and not giving tells and stuff like that. You know, online, it's just online I'm more comfortable. So I would say maybe I enjoy it more from that point of view. But I feel like I just enjoy poker way more since I'm actually mixing live and online. Facing a 3-bet here with jacks. I roll 73, so just gonna go for a call. Not sure how this changes if we're shorter. Maybe we do wanna 4-bet a bit more. Snap bet here with the diamond. I think I'm always continuing. Without the diamond we can fold, and maybe we should actually find some check raises. I'm just folding here. We don't really have outs. We block a decent amount of bluffs. We unblock ace queen. Imagine he has that and the river is a jack. I would hate life. Range betting this one. Blind versus blind, single raise spot. When I study, what percentage is drilling on GTO Wizard and what other kind of studying do you recommend and what makes? No! Fuck! I misclicked this. I just called. called a 3-bet with 6-4 of hearts, for fuck's sake. Probably need to start bluffing at this point. King 9 against this stupid guy, just gonna 4-bet. Is he just like 3-betting everything from the big blind? What is he doing? So yeah, I do some drills. I don't think it's the main part of my studying. I do drills when I feel like there's certain spots I'm not super confident in, or I feel a bit lost in game. I just try to drill them. What I do is I do a lot of hand reviews, so I mark a lot of hands when I play. Here do I expect a lot of delayed c-betting? I guess. So yeah, I just mark a lot of hands and then I review them after the session, but I put a lot of emphasis on my thought process. So if I see something is wrong, or you know the solver would play it differently, I try to really figure out what was wrong in my thought process and note down. Here I wouldn't range, but I rolled 21, so I'm gonna bet the jack. So I'm really focusing, I'm writing down what was wrong in my thought process initially and what I learned. And I think that's a very good study method because it kind of helps you extrapolate knowledge. I think the more you focus on your actual thought process, the better you're going to be. Here, I'm gonna check raise this very often. I think with the ace, I'm actually gonna check raise 100%. Just fuck it. Come on, call me, I cannot have nothing. I just did it cause you're kept. Ha ha, ha ha. Little station, little station. Thanks for the... Thanks for the music software suggestion. By the way, if I didn't say that already, it would be nice if I had the... how do you imagine I could have the numbers on my screen? Like, I cannot, I have no idea how much I'm winning or losing. Like, at this point, I don't even know if I'm winning or losing. And this is Univel, like, you cannot import hands. There is no bot that knows. Like, maybe there is some bot that I don't know about, or maybe I should create one, but it's definitely something that's not easy to do at all. Here we jack 7, backdoor flash draw. Once he bets half pot, I'm gonna raise. I think his range is generally a bit too wide, and he might be the type to also barrel a bit too often. A bit weird. Do I wanna double check raise this, or do I wanna bet? Don't really wanna get shoved on with this one. but I rolled quite low, so I'm gonna go for it. Do whatever you want, just don't shove. Let's see an 8 of spades on the river. Wee la 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 la. Should I bluff this? I think I should actually bluff this, because everything I have here is gonna be a miss flush draw. This one at least blocks Jack 10 suited, and also... But there's so many missed draws. Okay, 41, I'm just gonna bet. And yeah, I think it's much better to bluff clubs here than diamonds. Diamonds I would just give up, because yeah, diamonds also block the a lot more of their miss flush draws. And he already caught me bluffing once. Maybe he's thinking, he's not gonna bluff a stack again, blah blah blah. I know he's a bit stationy though, so I'm not sure I like that. I know it really varies, but how much time do you think it would take someone who drills a GTO wizard 2 hours a day to beat NL50 Russian Cash on GG Poker? Well, if that's the only study you do and you don't try to like learn the mechanics, it would take forever. I think that's not really a great method to study, unless you already know what you're doing and you have some constructed strategies and you are just trying to practice them. I think that's what drills are mostly good for, but I don't think it's the best method to gain knowledge, you know. Need a very short break. Not like that, says hi, how's the tables? Yeah, really good. Surprisingly good, I would say. Some of them, I mean, it goes on and off as usual, but these guys are like an insane whale. Haven't seen something like this in a long while. Ace queen off here like 90%. 3 bet. Oh, what a beautiful turn. I'm mostly gonna barrel here. He's shoving now on me. In theory, we should call this. Yeah, let's go. Queen, ace, queen, 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 ace, ace, 4. Yes! Ha! And he's shoving when I have the nut. Wow, this is so amazing, people. If I'm still losing today, I'm gonna punch my screen. Separarme de ti no quiero antes de ser rapero. Tenía respeto, pero no había dinero. Desde niño soy un bandolero. Do you like my beautiful singing voice? Do you love it? Oh, and a set against this insane stationy guy, huh? Should I stab small here? I think so. We need protection. We can get some value here with 5s. I would check back this board very often, and I think there is a lot of merit in checking a set here, but I roll 1, so I'm gonna bet. Hoy estás abajo, mañana arriba. Come on, do a check raise. Do something. I would have got quads. Okay, I'll be back in 5 minutes and maybe gonna stream for like 15 minutes more or so. Um, I didn't even realize the music. Guess who's back? Why is this music charging? Why does it keep stopping? Video continue, pause, continue watching. Who told you to pause it? Queen 8. I don't 3-bet sometimes. I rolled 48 though, not that often. Shouldn't I shouldn't talk about my reads anymore. Like this guy, maybe he's watching my stream, maybe he's not calling me anymore because of it. That sick, that 9 on the turn was so sick. How he put a straight, big straight for me, small straight for you. 1-0. Alexandra wins. Bucharest, beautiful city. I roll 6, so I'm gonna 3-bet 6s. It's a sign. I wouldn't say it's beautiful. Oh, and I would have got a set as well. I wouldn't say it's aesthetically beautiful at all. Not at all. Mostly not aesthetically beautiful. I'm gonna have donks here for sure, and I'm gonna donk this one too, as his range is comprised of mostly overcards, and yes, he's gonna have some overpairs and so on and so forth, but here I 3-bet on the big blind, which is kinda happening very often with this one. I'm just gonna range 40% on this one. Do I wanna turn this into a bluff? I think so, because I don't think we have much showdown value, especially when we go 40 on the flop, and he still has all the 8s, 9s, queens, jacks might fold, and we have some equity, like it's a bit like a draw. We can hit 2-pair, we can hit trips. I'm not sure though, like if we range bet the flop, we need to be a bit careful on the turn. But I do think this middle pair combo's getting there. So yeah, Bucharest, it's not aesthetically beautiful, but it's a good life here, I would say. Here, I think these positions are too tight and too underbluffed to start 4-betting the suited kings. I would do some suited aces. At this rhythm, I will learn your language. What do you mean? I'm not speaking Romanian all that much. Estoy hablando español más que rumeno. No sé, ¿cómo se dice Romanian? Mesele equals meal equals comida. Sí, pero no. Mesele equals tables equals mesas. No es comida, es póker. Just gonna range check here. This is close with someone who's 3-betting too often and the fish who's flatting a lot. I think we can just hold it. Range bet here. Here I would have some check raises with king jack with backdoor. Without the backdoor against half pot, I think we can just fold. 5. Not a great turn. He has some ace 3, he has some 3-6, has for some 4-5s, could have some 2-5 as well. I will still bet this, but not that often. We roll 19, so I guess I could go for it. Using something like pot here. But yeah, I don't think we can go 3 streets. It's also gonna have some stuff like 5-3, 4-3, 5-6 that now is a pair plus gut shot. Gonna have some flash draws too. So there is definitely worse value that we can, like worse hands that we can get value from. It's just in terms of frequency. I think it's definitely not a full frequency bet. I think 4-5 off is a defend against this size. Jack 10 off. Very close, especially 3-way doesn't play that well, and I'm not sure if any of them are recreationals. If I thought there were, yeah, I would definitely defend. My sister says that my face communicates bad what I feel, so I guess my tells will be harder because even I can understand my expressions. Yeah, that's a good point. I guess you're lucky. Do you have any live games there in Ecuador? Wonder how many more flops I need to see to cash out these stupid tickets. Oh my god. That's a lot of flops. Don't have any aces here, so I can just fucking open 20x. He's not folding anything. Here. Yes, I open and he calls, right? Blind versus blind. I don't see what else could have happened. I think this guy thinks I'm a fish because of the stack size. 4-betting this in this configuration. Checks back here. I guess with the ace I'm just gonna check and hopefully he bets so I can check raise. I could check that sometimes, but I roll low, so I decide to just bet. I was talking about the hand you weren't seeing. Sorry, guys. Mi español es muy bueno. Sí, pero tengo que practicarla. Porque estoy aprendiendo, pero no tengo a nadie con quien puedo hablar. ¿Quieres hablar español conmigo? I think the rake is too high to call this against this size. Here, I think we should definitely have checks with the ace of clubs because he's gonna have more offsuit ace-x, like way more. Especially if he opens 2.5 or 3. I think he opened 3. I'm not really gonna defend a lot of suited ace-x. Oh, sorry, offsuit ace-x. So he's gonna have the advantage. Therefore, I also need to find some checks. Some people there talk Romanian. In Ecuador, really? How come? Here we 3-bet, range bet. 5 is not particularly the best turn for us, but it's not that bad either. I mean, it brings some ace 5 that he could have sometimes, although that's mostly a 4 bet, and then some 5-4. But still, he has a lot of better ace x, so just gonna check back. He's too short to call this size. The whale, he's always gonna call pre-flop. He's like always calling any size. And yeah, against 3/4 here, I'm folding. I think he can have ace queen, maybe even ace king sometimes, and then he has all the 2 pair. He has stuff like 5-6, he has stuff like 7-6. And once he calls the flop, it's very difficult to have bluffs here. So yeah, pretty confident in this fold. I don't believe he folded. How did he fold? He's never fucking folding. This board just gonna range bet, not correct in theory, but I think in practice it works very good. Placing a click 4-bet here with 9s, I guess sometimes we want to shove, but the smaller the 4-bet, the less we want to shove, so... Do I want to turn 9s into a bluff here? No, I don't think so. We still win against ace king. Yeah, I think this is queens very often. Is this pot gonna be overbluffed? Is he gonna just shove ace king here? Maybe sometimes. Is he gonna check back ace king that often on that board? Maybe not. Yeah. It's such a small bet though. Why don't I realize I'm short? I'm never playing short, so... No, did I just fold king's pre-flop? Oh no, sorry. Oh, in the chat some people talked Romanian. Okay, now that makes more sense. Did I win that hand with 9s? No, he had 10s. Hi, Spoke. Nice to see you around too. English only. No. Nu vorbesc română, puedo hablar un poco de español. What language would you like? Facing a donk here with threes, I don't think there's much of a reason to raise. Sorry. Fold, check, fold. At this point though, I could raise because he should be more polar on a king. I should probably go over better check, and seeing this size, I think he's gonna be a bit too mergy. I could also get called by worse hands like 9-10 or flash draws. If he calls, I'm just gonna check back the river, but I think this is a good play because it's gonna get some worse hands to call and some better hands to fold, so... And yeah, also exploiting the fact that he's likely betting too thin there. This ace 5, mostly gonna check, but I roll very low, so gonna put it in the betting range this time. Not sure if that's correct. At any frequency, I'm gonna check this after the stream. I would have c-bet that at 20% frequency, ace queen suited, pure call. I'm talking about this ace queen hand. We get 3-bet from under the gun by MP. And just call the flop. Here against the cold 4-bet, I'm not sure. I'm gonna call half the times, let's say. Where's the RNG? Fuck, I'm timing out everywhere. Guess this one I should bluff sometimes. He has a lot of ace-x. Fucking hell! Ah! I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna quit because I don't have time bank and I'm just timing out everywhere. And now I'm mad. Regular, they chat English only. No, of course not. I can throw in a lot of Romanian, a bit of Romanian here and there. Time passes faster when I stream. think I should call against the big blind. And raise here because he's Fruit is both wanted and what do you mean can be want? I don't think that exists in English. Okay, so this was it for today. I'm not sure if I won or lost. There's a bug, so I cannot check my balance. I'm gonna tell you in the next stream, which is very likely gonna be tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. See you. Bye bye. And thanks for being here. Much appreciated. Not a lot of viewers, so I appreciate